Hey everyone, as promised, here's the video on how to set up the Glass Shader program to work with the new Nintendo GoNES emulator. If you guys looked at my previous video, I showed you how to set up the program to be used with the Joy to Pad or Joy to Keep program, so you can use it with a gamepad. So right now what I'm going to do is show you how to use this program to make it look like you're playing it on an old CRT TV. So go ahead, open up our browsers. We're going to go ahead over to this link here, or this website. This is the Shaderglass. Now this was recently updated a couple of days ago, so it is now at version 1.0. I did notice that the one of the big improvements was the fact when you do the shift, Alt Shift G to get the menu to go full screen, it is a lot better. Before I was struggling with making it, come to the foreground on top of the emulator, but that seems to be working a lot better now. If you guys have already used this, I had a video from a while back in case you watched it on how to set this up. But if you haven't used it before, I'll go ahead and follow this and we'll get you all set. So make sure you download the version right here, put that in, somewhere on your computer hard drive. Once you've done that, you can just go ahead and close out the browser. What we're going to do is actually set up the emulator first. If you did not look at my video, make sure you look at that one on how to set up the keys, because some of the native keys to the Glass Shader program will conflict with the native key setup for the emulator. So you want to make sure you should set it up that way, or every time you hit the N key, which is one of the functions on the, Joy to key, it's going to mess up the screen. So make sure you take a look at that to set it up correctly. So with that, if you already have the emulator, let's go ahead and open that up. And we'll go ahead and just open up Super Mario Brothers to keep this kind of, in sync with what we did before. So we're going to go ahead and open up that ROM. Okay, and there you go. So that's the native screen. If you follow the video, we set up the joypad to actually be able to do that on the fly, where you can go full screen. Now, when you use Shaderglass, it's usually better to leave the game maximized or actually minimized like this, so you can go ahead and maneuver with the other program. So let's go ahead and start that one up here. And then this one here has an excellent filter on it called New Pixie, I believe. It's already loaded up on here. So let me go into the parameters and this will show us the name. So it's, it's New Pixie-CRT. So if you want to get to that one, there's hundreds of these things on here you can use. But for this video, I'm going to show you this one, because this one I think mimics the old CRTs the best. So what you're going to do to get to that one is you're going to hit Shader. You're going to go to Choose. And then we're going to go to the spots that have the, I think I actually marked this one as a favorite already. But you should be able to find this here in the CRT section. So it's close to the bottom. So you're going to look for a New Pixie. There it is. So they actually have two of them. So I picked the New Pixie CRT. So you can go ahead and pick that to get that effect. Now, once you've done that, what I recommend is go in here and actually save that profile, and preferably, either call it New Pixie or, NES New Pixie. So you know that that's the profile that you're going to use when you run this emulator. All right. So with that said, now what you want to do is leave the emulator in the background. Just go ahead and go full screen on the emulator. Then once you've done that, you can hit Control-Shift-G, and that should bring the shader to full screen. There you go. As you can see, that is set in the background. And in my opinion, this is probably the closest looking one to a old school CRT. As you can see, it even has like the bleeding effect when you run back and forth. It even looks like the scan lines are going from the bottom to the top on there. There you go. As you can see, the emulator is running flawlessly. I'm going to go ahead and shrink this again. Pause the emulator. Now, there's also other settings you can put on here. If you think this is a little bit too blurry for you, you can go back in here to, I think it's input, then pixel size, and you can go one down, and that'll make it a little less blurry for you. You know, still keep the feeling of the scan lines moving from bottom to top, so that it also looks well. So you guys can go ahead, you know, and kind of play around with it and get it to look that way on the emulator. So that is it for that one. I hope you guys have fun playing that, you know, looking like that, like an old CRT. If you guys have any questions or comments or questions on how to use that, go ahead and leave a question in the comment section. We'll catch you guys later.